Okay, so I didn't know what I was getting into, so I just came across this post. Like, I was just scrolling Facebook and I saw this, and I thought it was pretty interesting, right? And then the comment section. But okay, so first of all, so this is the post, right? It's genuinely fascinating how kids who were only given the so called girl toys ended up developing some of the wildest imaginations. When I was a kid and visited friends or cousins who had Barbies, the stuff going on in those dollhouses was unhinged. These Barbies were not just going to brunch, they were orchestrating ritual sacrifices, running secret cults, or engaging in some soap opera level criminal activity. Barbie's evil twin once drove Ken to his doom by poisoning his horse, and no one in the room even blinked. That was just the plot that day. Meanwhile, the action figure kids had very linear narratives. Hero versus villain, punches were thrown, laser beams fired, villain escapes to fight against next week. But when your entire cast of characters consists of wealthy suburban women in heels and handbags, the drama escalates in weird ways. If you want a villain that makes sense in the world, it's not Doctor Doom. It's Cheryl from Yoga Club who faked her own death and runs a shadow cartel out of the Malibu Dreamhouse basement. I loved this post. I saved it. I downloaded the picture on my phone. So I decided to read the comments, and every single comment here is insane, and I didn't know this world could have opened up to me. Like, I didn't know that I would be interested in people playing with their Barbie dolls, but here goes. My two sister Barbies once went mountain climbing for vacation, and they fell off a cliff. Like, just starting off with that. Anyway, one grabbed her sister's hand, but the weight was too much for them to both make it out alive. So the older sister sacrificed herself and let go of her sister's hand so she would live a happy life with Ken. They were both in love with him. Okay. In the end, Barbie did not want to live without her sister, and she also let go of the cliff, and they both fell to their death. But Max Steel saved them both by catching them mid-air in his pink horse and took them home, and he turned out to be Ken's long-lost brother, and he fell in love and married the older sister. And the younger sister married Ken, and both couples lived happily ever after in the dream house. Until the older sister went to live with Max Steel, but he was poor and lived in a shoebox, and my cousin got mad at me because why do I get to live in the dream house while her Barbie and her husband had to live in poverty in the shoebox. So she took them both and went to the other room, and the whole room was their house now, much bigger than the dream house. But she came back a couple of minutes later alone because Max Steel had to go do superhero stuff and died, and her Barbie felt lonely, so she returned home with their daughter, who was a brat. But Max Steel was not actually dead and returned later, having lost his memory from war trauma. Like, this is crazy stuff, right? Like, oh, okay. I have not read the other comment, right? So this is, once I started reading this, like halfway through, I was like, okay, I gotta make this video. So, yep, when my granny would babysit me in the early 90s, she would often put on Bold and the Beautiful or Santa Barbara during the daytime. Meanwhile, my Barbie had a car accident and was presumed dead. Her twin, the same face but curly hair, pretended to be her sister, tricked Ken into marrying her. Then the real Barbie showed up with amnesia, and my other Ken, who was also in the mafia, imprisoned the sister in my art supplies drawer. And the main Barbie could not choose between the two Kens, so they had a throuple. But then the best friend of the sister, who was a prosecutor, planned evidence that the main Barbie was also in the mafia with the mafia Ken and had them arrested, saved the sister, and the original Ken went back to her because why not? Wow, okay. I should just keep reading these. These are too good. Okay, can confirm. My sister and I played with Barbies and G.I. Joes together. With our combined imaginations, we had plots and subplots happening all at once. Each day was just a continuation on to the next. The spark carried on when I met my best friend, and he had those little action figures, and we started playing with those in like first grade. We did not officially stop until we were almost in high school because mostly because his brother was younger and wanted to play, and we had a multi-year long story going. Wars, families, rivalries, assassinations, love interests, betrayals. We even fucked with the idea of multiverses, time travel, cinematic universal crossovers as he slowly collected more and more little action figures from different franchises. It was a whole ordeal. To this day, we still reminisce about it and can quote ironic lines we came up with for each character and that we said one time over 20 years ago. You know what? That's beautiful. That's honest. That's pretty nice. Like I wish I had Barbie dolls now as a kid. I'll never forget when I took the little Barbie sister to my friend's dental clinic and she said she had cancer. What the fuck? Okay. My Barbie got a haircut and joined the army to hang out with the bestie G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe. Wow, that's. My Barbies were deeply embroiled in a dangerous international conspiracy. I really should not even be talking about it, especially when I have to Ken after he ran his mouth. These are so fun. What the hell? I should have had Barbie dolls when I was a kid. Oh my god.